Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tera Vanachare Yamuna Tera Vanachare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Jaya Gauralita, Jaya Gauralita, Gauralita, Jaya Gauralita, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, युग धर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavadgita. So we are entering chapter 2, text number 23. So before, this Vedic literature was used to be only in Sanskrit and in few languages in India. But this great personality, Srila Prabhupada, whom you can see in the altar, this person is the one who got this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita as it is, how Krishna spoke to Arjuna, in the life of Westerners, in the language of English. So now we see this Bhagavad Gita as it is being spoken as is a part of syllabus in few universities in Western countries, like Salton University, Cambridge. Even they took up this Bhagavad Gita as it is. To teach what? To teach principles, to teach religion, to teach values, to teach morals, and mainly the leadership and various management skills from Bhagavad Gita. So if you see many management, IIM management institutes, they take advantage of Bhagavad Gita to speak or to learn the lessons of management and leadership skills in various institutions, if you see. And what to speak about Cambridge, other big institutions. So such a right book, great authoritative book is Bhagavad Gita. So we'll be grateful, and this presentation will be dedicated to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, whom we can see in the altar, the founder Acharya of ISKCON. Whether you know or not, so at the age of 70, who generally when people take rest, retirement, and go to their houses, play with the children, grandchildren, at that age, he left the country, crossed 7 oceans, just to spread this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to the Western countries. Now many of you know that ISKCON is there all over the world, hundreds of centers. And to speak, Russia is one of the country where many devotees are there. First India and there Russia. There are many devotees of ISKCON over there. And there is a prophecy as well. So there will be a time that Russian devotees will be more than the devotees in India. And there is a small prophecy also that Jagannath in Puri will be shifted to Russia, seeing the devotion of the Russians of Lord Krishna. So such a great personality has given this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, devotion, to spread all over the world. So let's enter into the Bhagavad Gita. So we're studying chapter 2, title Contents of Gita Summarized. So we'll read the sloka now. So text number 23. If you can, you also can repeat after me. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledayantyopya, na shoshyati marutaha, nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledayantyapo, na shoshayati marutaha. So let's go toward meaning. Na. You can repeat after me. Na. Never. Enam. This soul. Chindanti. Can cut 2 pieces. Shastrani. Weapons. Na. Never. Enam. This soul. Dahati. Burns. Pavakaha. Fire. Na. Never. Cha. Also. Enam. This soul. Kledayanti. moistens, apaha, water, na, never, shoshayati, dries, marutaha, wind. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. The soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind. Purport. All kinds of weapons, swords, flame weapons, rain weapons, tornado weapons, etc., are unable to kill the spirit soul. It appears that there were many kinds of weapons made of earth, water, air, ether, etc., in addition to the modern weapons of fire. Even the nuclear weapons of the modern age are classified as fire weapons. But formerly, there were other weapons made of all different types of material elements. Fire weapons were counteracted by water weapons, which are now unknown to modern science. Nor do modern scientists have knowledge of tornado weapons. Nonetheless, the soul can never be cut into pieces, nor annihilated by any number of weapons, regardless of scientific devices. The Mayavadi cannot explain how the individual soul came into existence simply by ignorance and consequently became covered by the illusory energy. Nor was it ever possible to cut the individual souls from the original Supreme Soul. Rather, the individual souls are eternally separated parts of the Supreme Soul. Because they are atomic individual souls, eternally, Sanatana, they are prone to be covered by the illusory energy. And thus, they become separated from the association of the Supreme Lord, just as the sparks of a fire. Although one in quality with the fire, are prone to be extinguished when out of the fire. In the Varaha Puran, the living entities are described as separated parts and parcels of the Supreme. They are eternally so. According to the Bhagavad Gita also, so even after being liberated from illusion, the living entity remains a separate identity, as is evident from the teachings of the Lord to Arjuna. Arjuna became liberated by the knowledge received from Krishna, but he never became one with Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatham Sagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratushe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. So hope my voice is audible and clear. Yes, thank you. So you all can come on the mats. You can come fair, near. Come sit here. So welcome all of you for this daily Bhagavadgita class. So every day evening 6 o'clock we have this program that is called evening program. So 6 o'clock we'll have a Sandhya Aarti, 6 to 6:30, and 6:30 or 6:45 to 7:30 we'll have Bhagavadgita class every single day. On Saturdays we have special class for the youth, and Sundays we have special class for all the married people and all of them. So like this. So we'll start reading from Bhagavad Gita. So now we started the sloka, second chapter, where the chapter name Contents of the Gita summarized. And the sloka number 23. So the translation, I'll just repeat it. So the translation says, the soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapon, nor burnt by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind. So what is this all about? So before entering this sloka, let's go to flashback. So what is the background? What is the flashback happened before starting this Bhagavad Gita? As everyone know, so Dhritarashtra was blind from childhood itself. One more thing which we can learn from here is he is blind materially and also spiritually he was also blind, isn't it? And also all of his sons as well, Duryodhana and the whole party. So as we know how the war took place, they illegally assert the property of the Pandavas. And later we know how Pandavas Yudhishthira sent Krishna, the Lord himself, to make a deal, stop this war. But still Duryodhana rejected. So Duryodhana made a grave statement. I won't give even a needle of space to Pandavas. So Pandavas asked, Krishna asked, just leave 5 villages because Pandavas are Kshatriyas. So their work is Kshatriya, ruling. So without ruling they cannot live, isn't it? So just like how our software engineers, without coding they cannot live. So similarly, these are Kshatriyas. So they need some kingdom to rule. So Krishna asked, don't give the whole kingdom. Somehow you illegally cheated and did everything. Okay, fine. At least stop this war. At least give just 5 villages for the 5 Pandavas so that they can continue their livelihood as a Kshatriyas. And Duryodhana rejected it. So finally, the war is inevitable. So what took place in the starting of the war? So Bhagavad Gita started with this question. So both the parties were there, Kauravas party and the Pandavas party. And Dhritarashtra, since he was blind, he cannot take part in the Yuddha, in the war. And he was sitting in the Hastinapur Raj, in the Hastinapur palace and sitting there. And now the thing is, Dhritarashtra wants to know what's happening in the war field. He wants to know. And how can he know? At least now that we have YouTube live, we have this, you can see online. So at that time, this technology may not be there. But still there is even better technology. That is Vyasadeva is there. So Vyasadeva, by his mercy, gave the mercy to the Sanjaya. So by Sanjaya can see what's happening in the Kurukshetra war. And whatever is happening is able to describe to Dhritarashtra. This is the highest technology ever. Yes or no? How beautiful it is. Without YouTube Live, I can see what match is going on here. I can just read in my heart how beautiful it is. So that technology was there at that time. So by the help of Sanjaya, so Dhritarashtra was able to know what's happening in the war field. So first sloka starts like this, as everyone knows. Sanjayo vacha dharma kshetre kurukshetre samavetayo yutsavaha mamakaha pandavas chaiva kimakurvata Sanjaya. Famous sloka. So Dhritarashtra was inquiring, oh Sanjaya, what's happening? What's going on in the war field? So he was very quite inquisitive. So when parties were there to fight, there will be fight. Then why Dhritarashtra is so inquisitive, so tensioned about this? So because the war was being taking place in the holy place called Kurukshetra. So he was quite tensed. So this is a holy place. And the people, Pandavas, are holy people. Will it support Pandavas? And my sons may lose? What's happening, Sanjay? Please tell. In this tension, he's asking this question. And later so the whole scene is Sanjay is describing to Dhritarashtra. So what happened? Both the parties came and there is a discussion in between the parties. Plan will be there now. We were starting the match. So similarly, plan was going on. So Duryodhana was describing, talking to Dronacharya and Bhishma, telling how great our army is. With the diplomatic views, is inspiring everyone to fight on one side. And coming to the Pandavas side, everyone blow the conch shell, everyone. Panchajanjam Hrishikesham, wonderful sloka was there. So which person blew which conch shell? So everyone are ready to fight. At that moment, Arjuna stopped. He started telling, "Oh Krishna, please take me in between the two armies. I want to see who are fighting with me." And he went in between the armies. He's seeing who and all of them. He saw Dronacharya, his spiritual master, his master. He saw Bhishma, his grandfather. He saw Duryodhana, all others. Everyone are their relatives itself. And he's not able to take it. How can I kill my relatives? How can I kill? Like this he gave various reasons. Arjuna gave various reasons. And he was telling, "Oh Krishna, please, I cannot fight. I cannot fight." And he started telling so many reasons he's telling. Till then, Krishna didn't speak even a word. Even a word. Now Arjuna is a Kshatriya. He has to fight. He cannot tell us, I cannot fight. He cannot fight. Now he came into confusion. I'm a Kshatriya. I have to fight. But I'm not able to fight. Krishna, please help me. What to do now? So he completely surrendered to Krishna. Please give me guidance. So from this we all can learn this. So everyone in the life, we need some guidance in our life. Some spiritual master, some spiritual guidance. So let's see the case of Arjuna. Arjuna was a great warrior. Everyone must have seen movies, vagera. Might have read Mahabharata also. How great warrior is Arjuna. As you know, in the Swayamvar of Draupadi, that great fish is rolling around, swimming, not even here also, in the sky. And it's imaginary. And how we have to shoot into the eye of that fish and not seeing directly from the water. And Arjuna could do it, not anyone other else. So such a great fighter is Arjuna. And also let's take another way. So he's very sense controlled. So Urvashi once proposed to Arjuna. "Oh Arjuna, I want to unite with you." And Arjuna rejected. Tuchha. So let's think of our situation in Kali Yuga. So it's not possible. So Arjuna was a great fighter, sense controlled, and he has a lot of respect for his elders. So after the whole war of Kurukshetra, so finally everything is done. But Dhritarashtra and his wife Gandhari was still in the palace. And they are serving their parents, Pandavas, very nicely after this. So what do? Every day in the morning, they go to their room, offer their obeisances, take their blessings. Such a nice moral values they have. So having such a nice moral values, strength, sense control, all these qualities were full in Arjuna. Still Arjuna had to take guidance. Yes or no? So what about us in the age of Kali? We may not be so much strength like Arjuna. We may not be so much sense control of Arjuna. We may not be so moral values of Arjuna. In Kali Yuga, all moral values are dead now. So how can we do? So in that case, we have to take some guidance, spiritual guidance, who is little far better than us. May not be like Krishna, that there are representatives, bona fide representatives of Krishna, who is reading Bhagavadgita and coming in the disciplic succession. So in all our lives, everyone's life, we need one guidance. So by fortunate, I'm also under guidance of my mentors who are guiding me each and every time. Any difficulty at any point, even how I want to progress in my life. They are guiding me very nicely. In a material also, if I get some problem, I'm not able to take it the situation, they guide me very well. So by this guidance and also reading scriptures, I'm able to take it and practice in my life, and also sharing with all of you. Yes, it's really great thing for having guidance in our life. So having guidance, spiritual guidance in our life is the most fortunate thing anyone can have it. Yes or no? That is a great thing. And that is how we say after the war, Arjuna became victorious. Having a Krishna's hand. So similarly, all of us, when we have some spiritual guidance in our life, we also will become victorious at the end of our life. So this is one of the points which we can learn. So let's see, after surrendering, Arjuna surrendered to Krishna. Then Krishna started guiding. So one of the reasons he's telling, Arjuna's telling is, they are my relatives. How can I kill them? So Krishna giving the answer for this. Oh Arjuna, these are all relatives, theek. But still there are spirit souls, not bodies. Second chapter, 12th verse, he says, all the people came here. It's not that they were not present before. They were present before they are taking birth in this body. They were present now, and later also they will be present, even after their death. So we are spirit souls. And say 13th sloka. Dehinosmin yata dehi kaumaram yappanam jara tata dehantara praptir dhiras tatra namuyati. So Krishna is clarifying. So you are spirit soul, not this body. Now how to understand this? Let's take some example. So I'll ask you a small question. So let's use our brains. Suppose you are there, your friend is there. So your friend got a Lamborghini car, which worth crores. And your friend is going in that car on a highway, Bangalore-Chennai highway, full speed. Unfortunately, he met with an accident. And the car was completely crashed. And your friend is very, very badly injured. And is about to die. So then a question is, whom will you save? Lamborghini car or your friend? Friend? Really? A Lamborghini? Lamborghini is worth crores. So before like this, we'll tell you one small thing. So there was a doctor called Harry Monson. So he described that our body consists of all these minerals, calcium, vagera, made of this earth, vagera. So this person concluded that all this full body is made up of these various elements, minerals, vagera, vagera. And he gave few grams. This many grams of magnesium is this much rupees. This many amount of calcium is this many grams, this much rupees. So in this way he calculated the whole body value is just 110 rupees. It's true, right? Our body is made up of this minerals, various, and he calculated everything. Came to a value of our 110 rupees. Now taking this example, the question which we asked, which we are discussing. So our human body's worth is 110 rupees. In this case, your friend's body worth is 110 rupees only. And the car worth is crores rupees. And if you see, value of car is more, isn't it so? So to whom we have to save, car or friend? Friend only. Why?
Because you can buy the car later on, right? But once the life is gone, then you cannot save it.
Yes.
This is the message you can save to them.
Exactly, correct. So car, if it lost also, we can buy any time. But friend, we cannot live. Yes. So what is the difference between the friend and a car?
One is material, one is having actual
Soul. So basically speaking. So we don't care for a dead body, we'll burn it or bury it. But friend is alive still. So that's why we're saying him. Isn't it so?
Yeah.
So what makes him alive? Is spirit soul. So we can, how to understand that spirit soul exists in a body. So like the consciousness, the feelings, the emotions. So all these are coming from where? Because of the presence of soul in the body. Isn't it? So just like when we have fire, automatically there is a smoke. Isn't it so? So when there is smoke, automatically you can understand that there is fire. So similarly, whenever you understand that there is some consciousness in the body, there is spirit soul within the body. Understand? So this is the logical way how to understand this. So let's take if any person dies, how we call? Dead body. In various languages. Hindi, what you say? mar gaya. Telugu we call chanipoyaru. Kannada sattoduru. Your Telugu?
No, I'm from Odisha.
Odisha, okay. What do you call in Odisha?
Mariola.
Modiola. So we call various things. Mar gaya, sattoduru, chanipoyaru. So mar gaya, the person passed away. Isn't it so? So mar gaya. Kaha gaya? वो इधर ही है ना? उधर ही पड़ा हुआ है. The same body which we have seen the whole life. The person is lying down there. Then who passed away? And this is spirit soul. Understand? So we can understand how practical scientific is Bhagavad Gita. So it's a practical scientific. It's not blind faith. Many people say, no, I don't believe in Bhagavad Gita. Read no first. First read, then we'll understand. So Bhagavad Gita is very scientific, very practical as well. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, they are all spirit souls, not these bodies. So you need not worry of their death. And later comes, and if Arjuna asks this question, ठीक है, I'm killing them. If I kill them, their soul also will be disturbed. Their soul also will be damaged. Then Krishna is telling this verse. No, Arjuna, what is he telling? The soul can never be cut into pieces. The soul, by any weapon, it cannot be burned by fire. It cannot be withered by wind. It cannot be moistened by water. So you don't worry, Arjuna. Spirit soul is as it is. The only thing is body withers, body dies. You don't worry. So there are various qualities of spirit soul. So let's take, if we take any device, mobile, laptop. So we'll see, right? How much megapixel is this camera? How much RAM? How much memory? So we see various properties. So in this section, for the next 10 to 15 slokas, so Krishna is also describing the properties of a spirit soul. So it cannot be cut into pieces, it cannot be destroyed, like various things. So one of the properties is like soul is eternal, sanatana. So 15th chapter, 7th verse, Krishna says, Mamai vamsa jiva loke jiva bhutah sanatanaha. So all the living entities, all spirit souls are part and parcels of Krishna. So we are all our Atmas, and Krishna is Paramatma. So we are all our children of Krishna. We are small and small part and parcels of Krishna. And what is telling? Sanatanaha. We are eternal. There is no end to this soul, but there is end to body. So the qualification, the quality of a soul is, basically speaking, Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat means eternity. Chit means full of knowledge. Ananda means full of bliss. But the thing what happened is, we don't have that. We don't have full knowledge. We are not permanent. We are gonna die one day. Isn't it so? For sure we are gonna die. We have to accept this fact. We are gonna die one day. But no one wants to die. I said no? No one wants to die, but one day we are gonna die. Everyone wants a full of knowledge, but everyone cannot accommodate that knowledge, cannot learn also. And everyone wants full of bliss, but we are not able to get that complete bliss. Do you accept? Yes or no? So I'll ask you one more question. So there are 4 things in one's life which no one want, but it comes for sure. One is already discussed, death. So what are the remaining 3? I'll repeat the question. 4 things which no one wants, but everyone has to face that.
Old age.
Old age, yes. Yes, next, very nice. Disease, exactly. Nice. One more? Problems means comes under old age, disease. One more is birth. So birth, death, old age, and disease. So you can remember this: birth, death, old age, and disease. So these are the 4 things no one wants. Yes or no? If I ask a question, anyone wants to die here? No one. Even I don't want to die. But still, we will be dead one day. Yes or no? We don't want old age, but we have to get. So just to cover it, we've seen many advertisements. Black, you apply black. So all these various stuff artificially. We don't want disease, but we are getting. Who invited corona? No one wants corona, but it came. Everyone is suffering, isn't it? So no one wants old age, no one wants disease, no one wants birth, no one wants death, but it is being pushed, forced upon us, isn't it so? These are the real problems of life. real problems. Prabhuji, I'm not getting, many people come for counseling to us. So they say, Prabhuji, we are not getting job, we are not getting match. These are not the problems. So the problems are this: birth, death, old age and disease. Even you may be the poorest of the poor. Even we may be the richest of the richest. Everyone has to go through these four things. Yes or no? Yes or no? Everyone has to go through. Because these are the main problems of everyone's life. Now we got to know the problem. When we have the problem, what's the next thing is? We have to find a solution. Simple, isn't it so? So birth, death, old age and disease. So these are the problems of life. The solution is no birth, no death, no disease and no old age. This is the solution which we want. But what is the means to get it? We need some means to get the solution. And that is called spiritual process. And that is bhakti. So there are various yogas described in Bhagavadgita. Karma yoga, Jnana yoga, Dhyana yoga and Bhakti yoga. And finally all the yogas were described. Many people say all the yogas were described, but you ISKCON people will tell only Bhakti yoga. Mostly you might have heard this. Because Krishna is recommending it. All the four yogas were told by Krishna. For sure, we have to accept it. But what Krishna is recommending, and he is telling, Bhakti yoga is the highest. 6th chapter, 47th verse. Yoginam abhi sarvesham madhyatena antaratmana shraddhabham bhajate yogam tame yukta samotamaha. Bhajate ma. Bhaja means bhakti. Yoginam api sarvesham. Amongst all the yogis, the highest yogi is Bhakti yoga. And is telling 66th verse, 55th verse in 18th chapter also. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papegam mokshayishyami vasucha. You just surrender unto me. I'll just clear all your difficulties, all the sinful reactions. And whatever we are suffering in this world, either because of our karma only, either we enjoy because of our punya. We suffer because of our karma, papa. Yes or no? Because of our papa we are suffering. All these things. Then how to get the solution, how to remove these sins? And Krishna is guaranteeing, I will remove these sins, just surrender unto me. So how to surrender? First and most important thing, the process of surrender is chanting the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So it's the first step of surrender to Krishna, to get progress more and more in the spiritual life and get reduced from the problems of life, birth, death, old age and disease. So the first solution is chanting the holy names of the Lord. This mantra especially. Why this mantra? So Brahma was telling to Narada in Kali Santana Upanishad. Narada Muni was asking, Oh Brahmaji, my father, my spiritual master, in this age of Kali is very, very degraded. People don't have values, no morals, nothing, very completely evil. How can a person be delivered from this evil age of Kali? How? What is the solution? Then Brahma is telling, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Shodashakam Nanam Kali Kalmashanashanam Nataha Parataropayaya Sarva Vedeshu Drishyahi. So Lord Brahma is telling this. How many heads do Lord Brahma has? 4 heads. So with his 4 heads, he read 4 scriptures, 4 Vedas. And this means Sarva Vedeshu Drishyati. After reading all the Vedas, I am concluding, O Narada, this mantra, which is called Hare Krishna Mahamantra, 16 syllable word. This is the only solution for this. By doing this, one can get out of this evil age of Kali. So what is this evil? Birth, death, old age and disease. And how to come out of this? By chanting this Mahamantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So it's the first step. So in future we'll see. And the other thing is reading Bhagavad-Gita. Now we discussed about the problems of life and also the solution. From where we got it? From Bhagavad-Gita only. Isn't it so? So it's very, very important for all of us together, at least in India. We should read Bhagavad-Gita. We can read Bhagavad-Gita. We have Bhagavad-Gita. If you don't have, we can take Bhagavad-Gita from our shop. So you have languages, Oriya language, English, all the languages are available. We can take Bhagavad-Gita. And this is the most important month which is going on now. Gita month, we call. So the whole month is very auspicious. 3rd of December was the Gita Jayanti, when Lord Krishna spoke Bhagavad-Gita to Arjuna. So whoever takes Bhagavad-Gita or gift Bhagavad-Gita, donate to someone. It's the most auspicious thing which we can do in this whole month. Okay? So this is what we can do. So reading Bhagavad-Gita, chanting of Hare Krishna. So by doing this offenselessly, properly, under the guidance, we can get the solution one day. Getting out the cycle of birth and death. Okay? Any doubts?
Guruji, I have one doubt.
Please.
Most of people are telling that, you have to be practicing. I mean, most people are practicing spiritually in old age only, right? After 45 or 50. But my question is that, what should be the benefit if I young, I'm also young now, if I practice spirituality, so what will be the benefit for me for career growth as well as for personal growth? What is the benefit?
Yes, very nice question. So many people will see, even my parents, many people say also, "Hey, in this young age, why are you practicing? Life is meant for enjoyment, right? Enjoy nicely." In the old age, we'll see practice. Now, the first question is, how many years we're gonna live? Is there any guarantee? No guarantee. Anytime anything can happen. Yes or no? So we are seeing many accident cases, thousands in the whole world. We don't know how our mind will be when situation demand us. People will commit suicide also. So we don't know when we are gonna die. Everyone know Parikshit Maharaj? Parikshit Maharaj? So to whom Bhagavatam was spoken. At least he know that 7 days is gonna there for your death. He's ready, being ready, get ready. Now the problem is we don't know when we are gonna die. So where is the question of doing later? We may live, may not live. There is no guarantee. So whenever you get some device, proper device, you will ask for a guarantee. When it's you got for a warranty. For this body, we don't know that warranty. Yes or no? We may practice, may not practice. So coming in the old age, so what happens generally? In the old age, if you can see your parents, if you are at least practicing from childhood, they can continue in the old age. If you are don't have any training now, what happens in the old age? We don't have that taste to do that again and again. It's because we don't have taste. Most of people in the old age, they whatever do, they'll try to control over the people. Now they are the head of the family. They want to control. So whatever money comes, give it to me. I'll hand over. I'll do whatever things. Maintaining responsibility, they'll want to do it. But the younger people in the family, they don't want to do it. This old person is doing so much of natak. When he will die? Yes or no? Because in the old age, if you are not practicing, that hollowness will be there in the heart. That hollowness. There is no complete satisfaction in the life. Is want to grab happiness from here and there, from grandchildren, playing with grandchildren, being with the sons, grandsons, whoever. And now we can see the situation how many old age homes are increasing. Yes or no? People don't want to keep their parents in the house and send them to old age house. And in old age house, what we'll do? Keep on lamenting. My child left me here. And then where is the question of practicing bhakti? Yes or no? There's various reasons. So basically speaking, at the old age, if we don't have the taste of bhakti, spiritual life, so we cannot practice. I can able to see many people. And also during what is the advantage of practicing now? So we'll get some taste, which we can continue later. And we have various nonsense thoughts in our mind. Various, I need not describe it. So by doing this mantra meditation, all these thoughts will be reduced. And your attraction to practice spirituality will be more. But in the old age, what happens? Because of those thoughts will hamper again and again and again and again. So I have my counselor, Karthik Prabhu, he got a number of mails. So one of the mail tells, is one old person, he is at age of 60. So he is telling, Prabhuji, I'm age of 60, still I am getting many sex thoughts. How can stop it? It's not possible. He got married, he has children. How it's not possible? And there are people who are on the deathbed. They are having the desire to do some sense gratification, some enjoyment, but they don't have the potential to do it. How miserable you tell? It's a really miserable state. So now let's say you have a full plate of meals with you right now, and you don't have appetite to eat. How will be the condition? Yes, sir? So similarly, so this is the best stage in the engage we can start practicing bhakti. So if we practice, what happens? We'll transform ourselves internally, and we can benefit others as well. This is the most important. How I can benefit others. In the old age, how can you do? For practicing only, there will be no time. So when you speak, will people listen or not? That is another question. When we young people read Bhagavadgita, chant the holy names, and we tell others, we all are corporate professionals now. We are well qualified. Everyone are engineer, doctor, whichever. When you speak, when we speak, people will listen. Isn't it so? That is how ISKCON is there. So you can see many devotees in ISKCON there, IITs, IIMs, very well qualified. When they are practicing, seeing the change in their life and telling others, people are taking it. Isn't it so? So that's the best thing which we can do. Practice right now. There's the opportunity. So you're coming for the first time here?
Yeah.
Okay. So every Saturday we have this youth programs where you can see similar mindset people. So you can see 120 people. Last Saturday we have 120 people. Everyone together sitting in the class. It's like an awesome. It's a complete energetic this thing. So next Saturday I'm also giving the session. So we will go this topic, the soul, in deep. The session is the inner self. We'll go more deeper, and we'll do mantra meditation as well, together with the 100 people sitting together. You can see experiences aura, and you can tell me what happens later. Okay? So got your evening 6 o'clock. Yes. Nice question. You got your question answered? Thank you. Any other questions? Anyone else? No one? Okay. Thank you very much for attending the session today. We'll end up. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।